Yeah, so over in lane 1, we've got the Chileans, the Abraham twins are actually part of quadruplets, more of that later. World champions in lane 2, Cleverling and Meester, Rasmussen and Fiobi Eriksson in 3. Sarissa and Rife, new German pair in 4, Edwards and Brew going for Britain, and Murta and Keogh, a strong Irish pair, closest to us on this side. Andalusia, beautiful rowing locations, Sevilla, the preferred training camp of a lot of rowers. That's one of the billboards at the start, and you can see Melita Abraham on that far side looking around.
We've still got 2 minutes to go before this one gets going. Looking at the Chilean part of the quadruplets, as you say, Martin.
Yeah, incredible story from these two women. We'll tell more during the race, but here's the world champions. Veronique Meester, closest to us. In the stroke seats, the Neerhouse oarswoman and Inka Cleverling from Gias Club in Groningen. Fiobi Eriksson, what a legend this woman is. She's a mum. She won the silver in the single sculls in London. She's in the stroke of that pair. Hannah Reif and Lena Sarissa in the bows of the German boat. And then here's the British pair. Chloe Brew, closest to us, 28 years of age, and Rebecca Edwards behind her from the 8 last year, 30 years of age. And there we see the bowwoman of the Irish boat, Fiona Murta, and Afrik Keogh in the stroke seat from Galway. And Murta from University College Cork, where the Irish team train.
Well, here we go. It's perfect conditions, and all 6 crews getting away pretty smoothly there. And here we go. We're up and away on this brilliant final day. We're bringing you the action here from Varese.
And welcome to everyone tuning into this World Rowing production from all around the world. We know we had viewers from Australia, New Zealand and China and so on and so forth, but a little bit of a slow start from the British. Fiobi Eriksson driving her pair out with the excellent Hedvig Rasmussen behind her.
As you say, real experts in that Danish crew. Fiobi Eriksson going for her 4th Olympic Games. She's always come through the qualifying regatta, so they need to qualify this boat, going to that final last chance regatta, but it's something she's used to, and they won't be fazed by that.
Great start. I love the start of the Irish. There we see Afrik Keogh slightly just leading away from a rigger at the end of a stroke there, but really blasted out. Giuseppe Tavita's going to be pleased, I think, with that fast early start, and they will have watched last year's World Championships where the Dutch crew, the Orange, basically really took out from the Australians very, very fast early on, and I think it's the Dutch bows in front. Great Britain, well, they've come back after that slow start, Greg.
Yeah, Great Britain were slightly slow, weren't they, in the first 250 metres or so, but we're coming up here, getting out towards the 500-metre marks, and they've settled into their pace as we take a look at this Chilean
So
pair.
This is a fantastic story. Melita and Antonia, 26 years of age, part of quadruplets. They were the first South American crew to qualify directly for the Olympics from the World Championships rather than through the Latin American qualification. A little bit more of them as we go. The Dutch have 3/4 of a boat length lead on the British. It looks like the Danes are in 3rd place. The Abrahams from Chile in 4th. The Irish dropping off the pace now. That's a surprise to see after that fast early start.
Yeah, that's right. The Irish pair, they were both in that Coxless 4. They've got the bronze medal back at the Tokyo Olympics. Now it looks like they're almost favouring this pair, the Irish, going for it with these 2 rowing in the pair. But the Dutch pair, we love watching them row, Martin. They look so strong in that centre of the stroke, the middle of the stroke, where they really accelerate the boat on, but yet so relaxed at the finish.
Yeah, and I love their flat draw, Greg. You know, there's no horizontal movement. They just really put the blade in, just cover the blades. Absolutely perfect. Great Britain, again, rowing uncomplicated style of rowing. They're really good at just dropping that blade in at the front end and getting the lever on. But I think Fiobi Eriksson and the Danes have yet to qualify for the Olympics. So the Chileans, the British, the Irish and the Dutch have all qualified boats for the Olympics, but the Germans and the Danes have yet to qualify.
Interesting little shot here, just looking from above from this drone and just seeing the British pair and the Irish pair just a little bit towards the side of the lane. So yeah, Rebecca Edwards and Chloe Brew we're looking at here. They're both in the 8 back at the Tokyo Olympics. Just had to make a little steering correction to get back in the centre of the lane. They're the lowest rating crew on the water at 34 strokes a minute. So the race, I hope, isn't getting away from them. I hope they're just settled into their pace and having a solid second 500.
Yeah, you wonder if the world silver medalists Morrison and McIntyre are watching this down in Australia. If you are watching, we hope you're enjoying this World Rowing production of the season's first World Cup, and your opponents, potential opponents, the Dutch women's pair out in front. Clear water now in front of the Danes. Great paddle from Fie Bjerregaard and Hedwig Rasmussen. You can see them there, and Ireland now coming back into it. Where have they found that? They've scooted through the British pair. That's an amazing sprint there from Afrik Keogh, the Galway woman. And of course, Afrik is from that 4 that finished 3rd in Tokyo, as is Fiona.
Yeah, well, they're a classy pair, aren't they? And it's 38 strokes a minute. It looks like they've almost just gone again, really, in this second 1,000, that they had that second 500, but now they've eased back on in this and pushing hard here.
Unlike the Dutch, the Irish do this really quite tough training program where they're training at high levels of lactate. The Dutch do all this long distance at low levels of lactate, but the Irish have got mental toughness, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure they have mental toughness. I'm sure all these athletes will have it. And I'm just looking again at the Irish crew. They've been bouncing along the side of those buoy line, and again, having to make a little correction. Hitting those buoys can be, or being close to those buoys, even in your mind, can be difficult.
So Fie Bjerregaard now under pressure. Rasmussen trying to keep her cool, but the Irish, well, they sprinted through, didn't they, in the Olympics? They had to qualify that year too in 2021, but they came through to grab a famous bronze medal. Started the big strong girls tag that the Irish rowing women project all around the world, really, I guess. And our drone tells us that the Netherlands out in front. It is Ireland and Denmark. I think Ireland might have just taken that bronze medal position. Britain just over on those buoys on the right-hand side of the lane as the drone flies round the crews. The Chileans not out of it. It's just the Germans, perhaps off the back, in 6th place.
Yeah, well, we're having another look here at the World Champions at the front of the field, and again, still looking smooth. You know they're working really hard. It's only when they get to the finish line you'll see their heads drop as to how much they put in. But I'm really impressed with the Irish and how the Irish just got into it in that first 500. But they've really had a good middle 1,000 of the race as we're coming up here towards 500. I wonder if they're going to be able to go again, Martin.
Well, they're going to get an overlap, aren't they, very soon? And, you know, they are so experienced, they're hungry, they're moving a lot better, I think, than they did last year, where they came 4th in the women's pair in the Belgrade World Championship, just missed a medal. The Dutch look to be hurting a little bit.
Yeah, I think the Dutch will be hurting. Look at the rates there. You can see the Irish going for it already. We're coming in. They'll be seeing the red buoys in a moment. You can see those red buoys now that mark 2:50 to go. The Irish are going to try and go again. They're still on that buoy line. I hope that's not going to disturb them. Oh, no, I see they've made a correction. They're in the centre of the lane. They definitely have an overlap. They're charging back. You can see it 9 metres in the left of your
Chileans
screen.
on the far side coming back through the British to try and grab a 4th place. Here come the Irish charging. Dutch technique still holding up. They've put their rating up, Greg, just to try and hold off the Irish.
The Irish technique is holding up as well. We're used to seeing Irish boats really sprinting, really using rate as their friend. And this Irish pair are no exception here, as they're really trying to sprint this in towards the finish line. They are closing that gap. It's down to 6 metres on my monitor. Will it be enough? Will the Dutch be able to hold on here?
So coming up to the line, it is the world champions, Jinke Kelleveling and Veronique Meester, who will take the gold medal in the season's first rowing World Cup. A fantastic second half from Ireland, grabs them the silver medal. Denmark, they'll be really pleased with that bronze medal, and Britain just hold off the Chileans for a 4th place. The Abraham quadruplets, twins here, just head Germany. That was a very exciting race, wasn't it? So 6:56 for the Netherlands, very quick time, 6:47 the world record. There's no wind here, so it tells you these crews are going fast. Mercer and Keogh just over a second behind. Rasmussen and Eriksson take the bronze. Britain have to settle for 4th place in this race.